Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Hazard4D and today I have a Sun 4D tutorial. It's going to be two-part tutorial. I'm going to show you guys how you guys can make a full intro. The first part is going to be Sun 4D and the second part is going to be After Effects. So yeah, I'm just going to show you how to do a pretty cool, simple, basic intro, and then in the future I'll probably make a more advanced and stuff. So yeah, it's going to look good. Here, let me show you guys what we're going to make today. We're gonna make something like this. It's a quick animation. I'm gonna show you how render settings, lighting up, all this other stuff. I'm gonna show you guys everything. And I'm also gonna leave this project in the description. So if you want to be lazy, you can just download it and just change the text here, or whatever. Yeah, but it's better if you watch the tutorial if you guys can learn and make your own intros and stuff like that. You don't have to pay other people. They're pretty expensive now these days. Going around channels like 40, 50 bucks an intro. Holy shit. Alright, so let's start up a new project. First thing we want to do is set up a new project, and the first thing I do always is go to make my render settings, because you guys see the margins are very little, so I want to see how it will actually look. So I always go to render settings, make it on best, and if you want to make the render faster, make the ray depth to 6, the reflection depth to 2, shadow depth to 6. But I'm just gonna leave it how it is. It's alright. And then on the format, I usually use QuickTime Movie with Alpha Channel for you to edit it in After Effects, or I've been usually been using a PNG with Alpha Channel and Stray Alpha. What this does, it makes it a bunch of little files. So let me try to find my see if I can see where it's at. My folder. Where is it at? Oh, right here, PNG. It makes it in like a sequence, like this, each frame. So yeah, you can decide whatever one, whatever works. But PNG, you can add your own texture and stuff like that to the background. So, and just save it whatever you want. I'm gonna type in Cinema 4D intro tutorial, and then I'm gonna save it like in a folder or something. I'm gonna save it on my PNG folder and put save. And also you want to go to output and go to right here in the arrow and go to film video, make it HD 720, and the current frame, make it all frames so I can render everything out. And that's pretty much it. After we're done with this, we can add the special effects and after in a little bit. Alright, so just have your scene like this, and the first thing you want to do is insert some text. So go to the MoGraph, add a MoText, change it to whatever you want. I'm gonna type in ZREC. Right here where it says align, make it to the middle, and you can change the depth to whatever you want. A good setting is probably like 60. It's pretty good, or 70. And you want to go over here, it says caps, put fillet cap, and I usually, oh, gotta change the font, my bad. I'm gonna use this font called Daredevil or Robot Tour, Robot something. It's very good. This one, Robot Tour. I don't know, some shit like that. It's a very good font. I use that one a lot, but I'm gonna use Daredevil for right now. And yeah, it's a pretty good font. You guys can see right here. And want to go to the caps on the tab and make it fillet cap, and make the steps. You guys can mess around with these settings wherever you want. I'll probably put 7 and the radius like 4. 7 and the radius, step 7, radius 4. Let's render, see how, yeah, I think that'll look good. The second thing is, see, let's make some materials, some good, nice reflection materials. So if you go to color, you can make whatever color you guys want. I'm just gonna make some nice blue because it's my favorite color. So let's make a blue, some reflection, and make the brightness around 10%. 10% or lower is good. And want to click right here on the texture and add some for now. For now, make it 40 or less will be good. Specular, make the width from 20 or lower, and the height you want to make it 80 to 90, so around there. Alright, so you drag this material in there, it don't look reflection because we gotta make some reflection. So we're gonna use a studio, or you can use a plane, whatever you want. So first, I'm gonna show you another technique I use on materials. If you click on it, hit Control CV, or just go to Edit, Copy, Edit, Paste, and change the second one to a different color. Like I'm gonna make this color like a gray around here. And then if you drag it into here, and you click on it on the selection tab, you type in R1. Hit apply. Wherever you have the caps, it outlines it. Or there's a different one. It's C1. Hit apply. It makes like the whole front like that. Looks pretty cool like that. That's all using my intro template, sexy intro template. So yeah, you can do whatever you want. I think I'm gonna leave it at R1. And then you guys can see it's just in the front but not in the back. So if you want it in the back too, just drag it on here again and make it R2. Make sure it's capital R2 or else it will not work. And if you click on it, see it's on the back and on the front. Right there. That's pretty good. So now what you need to do is make some reflections and stuff. You just add your lights. Area lights are good in the front. Hit shift, scale it up. Make it a little back. Make the intensity probably like 50. The shadow type, shadow map soft. And this will light up the scene a little bit. And then what you can also do is insert a plane. Prefer make some material, take off color, specular, just add some luminance. And you probably make this probably like 200% or something. And what you could do is you could add a plane if you don't have no soft boxes. You could add, oh my bad, plane. Right here. And you keep like that. You could add a MoGraph. Make sure it's selected. Go to MoGraph, cloner object. And just put the plane under the cloner object, and on the cloner object tab, make sure it's on grid array. You make this 1, then you make this like 4. You guys can mess around with this. Make the width go higher. Just spread it out. And when you click on the clone object, you could put it up like this, and you can add like some on the plane, add some of this, and like that will light up the scene, as you guys can see. But I'm gonna use, you can make it higher, you can make it look nicer and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna use that. I have some soft boxes, so just use Grayscale Gorilla. You could download it from Google or search it on YouTube, or you can just go buy it at grayscalegorilla.com. And also Digital Universe, I have it in my sub box on my channel. He made a light kit that has like overhead, softbox, Hydra image, all this stuff. So you have to go to his channel, check it out, subscribe to him, and do everything, and download it. It's for free, so yeah. But I have a Grayscale Gorilla, so I'm gonna use that. Here I'm gonna use the softbox and overhead softbox. So it should be something like this. So I'm gonna take off that light I made. I don't really need it. Then the softbox, want to make it a little bit back. Alright, that's good. Alright, now what you guys need to do is set up a camera so we can start actually animating this project. Here I don't really like this softbox, so I'll add a different one right now. So if you want to click on this button right here and insert a camera, and check on it for locks the camera. This is actually what's the camera seeing when you check on that box. And right here, it looks pretty good. So just uncheck it, and now you can move around, and you know where the camera is at right there. It's looking at it. And now on the overhead softbox, you can hit Control CV, make it go back, and rotate it. Hit R on the keyboard or just rotate it, the rotate tool, and make it like this, like a 45-degree angle around there and around there. That should be good. Now you click back on camera and you render. It should have some pretty good reflections in the outlines like this. Alright, so now we can start making the animations, but I want to add a backing to the background. So I'm gonna add objects. You can add objects, custom stuff, and for mine you can add guns or random stuff. But I'm gonna use a hazard logo in the background. So just open it up. Do you want to? Yeah. And this one hit here, we'll customize right here. You could change the depth, everything, change it here. Just delete this. Let's mess with the caps. I'll leave all this in the description for you guys to download this hazard thing and all this stuff. And here, the steps, I'll make it 3, radius 2. Right, that's good. So now select it, hit Control C, and then go to Window, and then go back to our project. And it was project 3, so Untitled 3. And then copy it in there. And if you go to front view, we can make it like this and slide it down about there. And right here, if you look on the right view, make it behind. Now what we could do is add material to each part. Alright, that should be good. And we'll go back to this view and let's render, see how it looks. See, it looks pretty good, like pretty nice reflection, all this. So now we need the animation. So for the animation, what I always do is uncheck camera mode and I go to the side view, like right here. And if we click on mode text, go to MoGraph effector and go to plane effector. It automatically moves up 100 frames on Y position, so make that back to 0. If you go to rotation, type in 300 on the H, 200 on P, and 100 on B. And want to make your timeline at least 300 frames. It's pretty good. I usually use 300 frames. Slide this up, and on the 0 frame, you want to hit Control and on all these circles right here, and that makes a keyframe right here. And so now you want to go to frame, let's see, 150, and you want to change all these back to 0. So it's going to be random and random positions, and then it's going to go back to normal. So now you need to control and keyframe all these. So now if you go from the beginning, it's going to be all random, and then it's going to swirl around 360 and all that stuff. It's going to look pretty nice. And now if you go to 0, frame 0, we want to, first go to frame 150, select the auto keyframe, this button right here, and select first keyframe. Oh, my bad, man. Don't do that. We gotta select the text. My bad. I had planes, the plane effector selected. Alright, so you want to go to 150 and select the first keyframe and go back to frame 0 and move it behind the camera and select a keyframe. Oh, it should automatically do it. So now what we pretty much did is when you have auto keyframe selected and keyframe it, we want it to end right here. This is where we want the position. So if you go to frame 0, you can move it up, and no matter where you put it, it's gonna end up right there. So you can make it come from the sky, or you can just make it come from wherever you want, and you can pretty much animate whatever you want. Other cool thing people usually do is make flying intros that just fly, like a bunch of pieces flying in. How you do that? Just break up, hit C, and it breaks it up into chunks. And each letter, you pretty much go to frame 150, and like each letter, you keep moving it back. So like if you keyframe it at 150, and then you go probably to frame 40 or so, you bring that letter back, and then you slide it back. And what we did with the whole text, that's pretty much what you do with each letter. and you can make cool animations like that. So if you go back to the camera mode, check it in. Let's see the actual animation. The text should just fly in there. So do like 360 and stuff and fly in there. See, so that's pretty good. Let's render, see how it looks. Yeah, nice reflections and everything. You can bump all this stuff. We're gonna add global animation and stuff like that. Make it a little bit nicer. All right, and now another thing, we can animate the hazard logos. So let's go to front view, and as you guys see, if we rotate it, it's gonna be sideways. Like, watch, if we rotate it, it's not gonna rotate it even. See how it's rotating sideways? It's because the axis is not straight. So we want to make it straight. So select this axis and go back to normal mode, and you want to make it in the middle. Make sure it's in the middle, like around here. And also, if you want those letters to move straight, you need to hit C on the keyboard, and then like this, open this up, and open Z-Rec up, and each letter, see how the axis is. So if you move it in the middle, it'll actually rotate it even. But I don't really care about that. I'll just leave it how it is. You guys should take your time and make this animation cool. You get all kinds of keyframes and do all this stuff, make it look nicer. It's gonna be a pretty basic tutorial, but I'll do if you guys give me a lot of likes and leave good comments and stuff, I'll make a more advanced tutorial and stuff. Alright, so now if we hit the hazard logo, if we go to frame 0 and select first keyframe and move to 100 and around here, because we don't want it to spin through the text, so I want to make it before. Select the rotate tool and just rotate 360. Oh, my bad. Hold shift and move it 360. If you hold shift, it spins. It has a 5 lock. It moves 5 frames. So 360. So now we play from the beginning. Oh, make sure it's on. Make sure you move from axis tool back to this one, or else it will not work. So you want to select the first keyframe, frame 0, and at 120, you want to move it, make it 360 for action moves. Yeah, sorry, not really thinking that good right now. I'm pretty sick. Alright, so move from the beginning, and now it should work. This should make it 360, and then your text should fly in there. And now probably like around 150 or so, select another keyframe, and if you move into 200 around there, you can now probably just move it 360 again, but it's going this way. So now we play the animation. Let's see, let's render, see the reflection, see it's pretty nice reflections with those soft boxes. And the text flies in there, stop spinning, then spin sideways. See, it's pretty good. And as you guys can see, it got the overshoot. How it stops right here. Watch. It stops, it moves back, and then goes frontward. You can fix that by selecting all the keyframes, and then where it says spline right here in the interpolation, make it linear. Now we play from the beginning. It should be smooth. Adds a bunch of keyframes. See, now it don't go back and then go frontwards. That's how you fix the overshoot problem. Now this. Alright, so that's good now. So now another thing you could do, you guys can mess with the tweak it a little bit, add some more. You got a background, all this stuff. But for now, it's pretty much it, guys. And now we could animate the background. So at frame 0, we probably want to like make it a little bit back here. Select a keyframe, and then move probably to frame 40. We'll probably want to zoom in a little bit, keyframe it. So if we go from the beginning, it should zoom in. This text will fly in, and probably keyframe it at 2 at 280. Select keyframe and then move to 300 and zoom it all the way in. So it's just gonna zoom in there all of a sudden. So if we go to the beginning, this is the final animation. Let's render if we can see if it looks good. So you can see it looks pretty good. Alright. Oh shoot, we backed up too much. An accident. When I backed up I had auto keyframe selected. My bad, guys. Let's fix that. If you go to camera, window, timeline, and on the camera right here, just remove it, and we could just redo it. Frame 0, we want it back here. Make sure auto keyframe is not selected, and just go to 40 and zoom in a little bit. So now we play it again, should be like this. Text should fly in. We go to frame 80, select another keyframe, then move into 300, then zoom in there, right around there. Select another keyframe. So now we play, the animation still look pretty good. And there you go. We have a pretty nice, simple animation, and now we just need to take it to After Effects and make it look better. So another thing we could do, it's on the render settings. Let's set it up. It's go to Effect, add some global illumination, make it IRC plus QMC still image or camera animation, and make the primary intensity to 200, and make the right here, make it low, low, medium, make it a weak, and the oversampling make it minimal, and that should be good. Like if you guys go probably to one right here and render, it should have some nice reflection and stuff. And yeah, sorry, my throat is pretty dry right now. And yeah, you guys can mess with the materials, mess with the animation and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'll see you in part 2 when we're gonna bring it to After Effects and make it look very nice. I'll leave this project in the description, and I'll probably tweak it up, make it look a little bit nicer, and then yeah. So please remember to favorite, like, comment, and subscribe in this video, and subscribe to my second channel. It's called DJ Z-Reg. I'll leave a down in the description a link. And also subscribe to Project 4D. I'll leave in the description too. It's the 696 baby. He got 3 strikes and stuff. Just faggot kept. I made a fake website and stole all his stuff. So yeah, please go subscribe to him. He's a very good guy. He told me to box him, so I did it. And I'm also gonna leave everything in the description. So check it out. And yeah, peace out.